Hello and welcome to another episode of Wave Work Stress Goodbye podcast with me, your host, Luke Richardson. This episode is about why your jerk of a boss isn't the problem. Now, I must admit, I have been rather lucky in my working career over the last, I've been in corporate world working about the last 15 years or so. And I must say, hand on heart, that I've been very lucky to have decent bosses. I won't say any of my bosses have come under this bracket, thankfully. They've all had their strengths and weaknesses, of course, and that's no criticism. I have plenty of strengths and weaknesses as an employee, but I'm very, I can very hand on heart say that I've never had a boss that's been a jerk. But I'm not naive to understand that there's a lot of people in the world that do have bosses, managers, team leaders, whatever you want to call them, that are probably come under the jerk bracket in their minds. Now, the interesting thing about this understanding I'm trying to portray to you guys is that we live in a world of thinking, of thought that flows through us. That's not real. It's only real because we give meaning to it and, take it seriously and act on it. Now, we make up a lot of shit all day, every day, about all aspects of our life, and sometimes we don't even know what the thinking and thoughts are about. But that reality that we create is our world, and that's what we see, and that's what we believe, and that's what creates a lot of mental sickness we go through. Now, if the average person can understand that that's what we do, we create things all day, every day, even in our dreams. So I would say that aren't accurately correct, but it seems so real, then it's understandable to think that our distress would be coming from an outside source. So if someone's in a job they hate or think they hate, and the boss is being pretty mean to them, then it's understandable that the employee would think the boss is the problem. It seems to be that logical, right? But the deeper understanding one gets, they can see that the boss isn't causing their distress. The boss is, it's just the person's thinking about the boss that's causing their distress. You see the difference? The film The Devil Wears Prada, and I can't remember names exactly, but I've seen the film enough times with my wife to kind of know the story and know the people saying. I think it's a lady called Anna or Annie, I can't remember which one, who's played by Anne Hathaway, and she has a boss called Miranda Cosgrove, I think, who's really cold with her, who's, Annie can't, you may or may not have seen the film, but Annie basically can't do anything right, no matter how hard she tries. She goes well above and beyond for her boss to impress her, and it's not until the end of the film that you get a glimpse of Miranda giving some appreciation to Annie. It's very indirect as well. It's very cleverly done. I think it's basically Miranda seeing Annie walk across the street in New York City, and basically takes her sunglasses off and gives a wry smile to show her appreciation of how good Annie was working for her. That's the only time she ever shows any appreciation towards Annie. Now, in Annie's world, she, as I say, goes above and beyond. She works really hard. I think she even tries to get an unreleased copy of the Harry Potter book, which is absolutely hilarious because no one in the world was able to get. I think the film came out in, say, 2005-06, something like that. I remember getting the last Harry Potter book as a kid, say 2007-08, so I knew that all the Harry Potter books weren't quite out yet. So that's quite a funny thing She even manages to get a copy of the unreleased Harry Potter books for her children or nieces. I can't remember if they're Miranda's kids or nieces or what. But yeah, you could see from the examples I've given her that Annie goes well above and beyond for a boss, and you could tell in the film that she's seeing her boss for what she is. She's seeing her as, really hard to get through. She's seeing her as really difficult to crack. Nothing she can do can impress her. All that stuff. Now, this is a film, right? But this could happen in reality. It's not impossible for it to happen in reality, in the real world. So, if you've got a boss, not just in Europe but anywhere around the world, you just can't please them. Nothing will please them. Well, take comfort in what I said, that we live in the world of thought, because we have to take responsibility that we are creating these bosses. We are creating our reality of these people. We create these characters within our own mind. We think these people have special powers and abilities to come at us to create our thinking, but it's not true. We create the thinking independently of the people we're working with. So if you can really see that, then you're free of that boss that you're creating within your own mind. Because, okay, yeah, you're not free of the boss physically. Let's be clear there. I'm not saying if a boss is really causing you absolute hell, then you should stay in that job. If you've got a better opportunity, then maybe you should take it only if you understand at a deeper level that's the right decision for you to do. But if you can see, but why you're in that job, because it's not easy to get another job. It's not like the old days where you could easily just get another job tomorrow. Like my mum and dad always used to tell me that their parents, my grandparents, and I guess their parents and my great-grandparents, will be in a job one second and be in another job the next day. It doesn't work like that today. There's a lot of feeling of being trapped in a job because of all the paperwork that's involved these days and all the interview processes and how difficult it is out there at the minute. It's not easy to change your life upside down like it used to be. So while you're in that job, if you can see at a deeper level that your experience of life is being internally created, that the boss can't do it to you, then let's say you're free. You're free to experience that experience and let it go, and you will have a better understanding of life to have a better relationship with that boss, and your relationship with the boss might improve, or it might just be good enough to get you through the period so you can get another job, if that's what you wanted to do. This understanding is bringing the power back to you, so you're not at the mercy of your experience with the boss, or anything at work for that matter. It works for everything, and any experience within life. It's not just about working with bosses or with colleagues. It's about this understanding works for all aspects of life. Now, looking at it from the boss's point of view, so let's say looking at it from Miranda Cosgrove's point of view, this understanding can help you with their reality too, because with this understanding that your bosses or Miranda Cosgrove's point of view, that it's not their fault. They are believing their own internal reality and believing it too. So their internal reality could be them just thinking that you are being an issue at work or not being good enough at work. But in actual fact, it's nothing to do with your ability to do the job at work. It's to do with their thinking about how you're doing the job at work. So that's very freeing too, because if you understand at a deeper level about this inside-out understanding about how life is truly created, then you know that them acting the way they're acting at work, which your thinking is towards you, is actually nothing to do with you or anything to do with them. It's just how they're seeing life on a moment-to-moment basis. And I encourage you this week at work to see that at a deeper level, see that within you, see that within them, and see that within your colleagues, and just see how true this is. It's very powerful when you can see it. It's flabbergasting how nice it is to be able to see. But it's not easy to see if you are full of a lot of clutter within your mind, full of a lot of thinking, because it's very difficult for the wisdom and common sense to seep through if you are burdened with a lot of thinking. As I say, I've never been in a position where I've had a terrible boss. I've got to be very grateful for that I've not had that so far. But I have had bad, unhelpful thinking at work, which is the same thing, and that has blocked me from seeing that wisdom. If you could just allow the force of your bad boss or your thinking of your bad boss to just go through you and not take them seriously, then you're going to do a lot better. And this is what these recordings are all about. They're all about they're all about me helping you in the workplace to see that you are not your experience of work, and they are to give you an easy time in your job, or to help you get another job, or to help you understand that the job you're in is the right thing for you. If when the thinking subsides, you can see that. Excuse me. And you can take comfort in knowing that all your previous experiences of your boss. So if you get worried about your boss because of some thinking you've had in the past about them, take comfort in the fact that that thinking is now dead. Those moments of thinking are now dead, and the future doesn't exist yet neither. You've only got the present moment. So take advantage of those present moments and see deeply that your experience is being internally created, that you are something much more huge than a temporary illusion of thinking and thought. Excuse me, I'm doing this podcast very early this morning. I've got a bit of a croaky throat, so I could take a quick drink. Oh, that's better. So, as I say, try to see this for yourself this morning. Try to see for yourself on this audio recording that you are much more than your thinking of your boss. As I say, these recordings are to help you understand deeper that you want your experience and to give you an easier time of life in the workplace. Now, if you are interested in hearing any more recordings, check out my library. I've got loads more on Spotify podcasts, on Apple Podcasts. All you got to do is search for my name, Luke Richardson Stress, or put in Wave Work Stress Goodbye into the search, and then you'll see a lot more episodes about the insider understanding and how that links in with how that helps you in the workplace. I've got a website. I'll put that on the link below, which has my email address on. If you'd like to contact me about any products and services that I offer, I might be able to help you. And I also have a YouTube channel with a few with all these podcasts on also, and a few videos as well about different topics. So feel free to check that out if you wish to do so. Now, remember, your boss isn't the problem. You're not the problem. It's all an innocent misunderstanding about the thinking we're doing within these moments. See it for yourself. I encourage you. Take care now. Bye bye.